Venezuela and Guyana have signed a non-aggression agreement amid tensions between the two countries. The neighboring states both claim the disputed and oil-producing region of Essequibo. However, key issues of the dispute, such as the extraction of resources in the region, were not addressed. DD India's correspondent Mary Trini Mena has more details.
Venezuela and Guyana have agreed not to use force or threaten each other as concerns over the disputed Essequibo region grow. After a meeting hosted by the Caribbean nation of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and Guyana's President Mohamed Irfan Ali met for talks. The gathering was promoted by neighboring countries such as Brazil, the prime ministers of several Caribbean states, and 2 observers from the United Nations, as part of efforts to avoid a military confrontation between the two countries. This border dispute goes back to the late 1800s, when Guyana demarcated its territory. The former British colony has a large Indo-Guyanese community, and Hinduism is the second biggest religion. Venezuela argued Guyana illegally expanded its border and took land that belonged to Venezuela. Since then, Caracas has been claiming the territory over which Guyana has administrative control. But tensions began to rise almost a decade ago, when large deposits of oil were found in the disputed area. Earlier this month, Venezuela held a referendum to claim the right to that land. Venezuelan officials reported full public support for the initiative. President Nicolas Maduro presented a new Venezuelan map adding the Essequibo region and ordered state companies to exploit oil and gas there. Guyana is challenging the move by its neighbor. The Essequibo is a vast territory, mostly an isolated jungle larger than Greece. Foreign ministers from both countries and other officials created a joint commission to work on resolving the dispute. The two countries agreed to another meeting in Brazil in March. Mary Trini Mena in Caracas, reporting for DD India.
And Venezuela opposition presidential candidate Maria Corina Machado on Friday appealed a ban that bars her from holding public office and could prevent her from running in 2024. Machado is among a handful of prominent opposition figures who are subject to the measures which they say are unfair. In a press conference at her party's headquarters, the opposition leader said they would not give any excuse to President Nicolas Maduro's government to derail next year's electoral process. The appeals process, which is open until Friday, was agreed last month at talks in Barbados between the opposition and Maduro's government.